Are you hurt or are you injured? A common question coaches ask when one of their players go down. And while injuries are part of sports, it takes proper rehabbing for each athlete to get back to full playing speed. And here at Liberty Club Sports, athletic training plays a pivotal role in getting their athletes back to playing close to, if not better than they once were before he or she got injured. Let's take a look.
The main job of the athletic training department here is to make sure that our athletes compete safely and to make sure that any injuries are taken care of, and we try and send them to our team physician if necessary. We rehab them here in the clinic, and we want to get them back on the playing surface as soon as possible. Over the past 5 years, this program has just skyrocketed. I started here 5 years ago as a part-time person just covering hockey, and in the past 5 years my staff has grown to 2 full-time individuals, including myself, and 3 grad assistants.
Athletic training is almost like a middleman between whether it's PTs or doctors or whatnot. We're the first line of defense with an injury, essentially. Whenever someone goes down on the field, it's the athletic trainer who runs out, and then you're kind of calling on the medical personnel to either come on.
The ultimate goal is to obviously have as few injuries as possible, but then we wouldn't really have a job. But so we want to, once our athletes get hurt, to get them back on the playing field as soon as possible with as minimal procedures as possible.
And while getting them back on the field is a priority, the grueling process of rehabbing allows the athletic trainers the opportunity to pour into these athletes' lives, whether it's mentally, physically, but most important, spiritually.
I love to care for athletes, and I love to care for people. And when I was younger, I wanted to be in medicine, but I wanted to be around sports, and so I decided to combine the best of both worlds and go the sports medicine route. I love the relationships that I form with athletes, the relationships I form with coaches and my staff, and really it's all a part about just caring for people is also a part of sharing God's love.
In athletic training, your biggest thing is being a servant. I mean, that's what the Bible calls you to be. And what better way to do it than being behind the scenes and treating athletes? I mean, there's a lot of times we go unrecognized, but who cares?
Those relationships that I build, that's what I do it for. It's not, I don't do it for the money, don't do it for the fame. I do it because I care about people and I want to see them to be the best they can be.
The honor and notoriety may come, but witnessing these athletes succeed after he or she has overcome an injury is by far the greatest accolade our athletic trainers can ever achieve.
We want our athletes to compete to their best potential, and so we want them to work hard. And when we see an athlete who has struggled through an injury go and have an amazing game or an amazing competition, that for us is our reward, to see that, and then to get the thank yous for those are also good as well.
I think one of the greatest aspects of athletic training is you're finding people at their worst. When they've sustained a knee sprain or a broken arm, they're not playing, and sometimes they almost feel disconnected from their team. So you're almost getting them at their worst point or their lowest point, and you're able to connect with them at that point and build that relationship as you're rehabbing them, as you're getting them back to playable conditions.
Club sports for us is unique in the fact that they're non-scholarship athletes, so they just want to compete just for the fun of competing, and we want them to be able to do that. Unfortunately, there are injuries that happen, but that's why we're here, hopefully to get them back into competing as soon as possible.